Hello unicorns, I'm Tiffany DG and we are back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about all the releases that will come out this February that I am most excited for. Okay, so without any preamble, let's just jump right into it. So on February 6th, we have Girls with a Bad Reputation or Girls with a Rhythm in Their Heart. There are two different covers with two different titles, but it's the same book. So I'm going to go with Girls with a Bad Reputation because I like this cover more and I like the title better. And this book is by C.O. Axelrod, and I believe this is the second book in the Lilies series. Now, I haven't read the first book, but I am going to because this series follows black girls in a rock band and charting their path to success. Now, let me just make sure that you heard that right. Black girls in a rock band. I'm already interested. I love it already, you know. I was in my rock girl era, my Chemical Romance, my busted phase back when I was in secondary school. So this is just giving me such nostalgia vibes. So I'm just going to read you a little bit about what it's about. It is an adult romance contemporary book, and it says, I don't believe this is a spoiler for the first book because they said you can read it as standalones. Like each book focuses on different characters within the band. So this book will focus on the character called Kayla. She is on the road with her band doing tours. Now she is got what I would like to say imposter syndrome, I believe, because all her life she's been told to don't be so loud, don't act too wild, don't take up too much space, and she's in an all-female black girl rock group. What else she's gonna do but take up space, you know? But anyway, her feeling insignificant in this world, she finds solace in a quiet bus driver called Ty and discovers in him a kindred spirit. So you know this is a on-the-road romance and they're gonna fall in love. You already know that's gonna happen, and I just can't wait to read it. I just think it's gonna be such a cozy, such a fluffy romantic book that is perfect when I read in between my more denser, heavier, hard-hitting, soul-scorching books. The next book we have is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. This is by Tia Williams. Now, me and Tia, we're not in beef. She's still a fantastic author, but I feel like some of her books have got overhyped. Like 7 Days in June, I liked it, I didn't love it, and everybody's saying that they loved it. I didn't feel that connection. I watched The Perfect Fine. I hated the Netflix series adaptation, but the book was lovely. I enjoyed the book. So hopefully this book, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, hits the mark and Tia Williams can become a favourite for me because I do like her writing, but I just don't love it and I feel like I should love it. So this story follows an artistic, creative individual from an Atlantic dynasty, like her family's based in Atlanta. So she runs away to New York and she falls in love with Harlem, she falls in love with the city, she falls in love with the Renaissance glamour and another artistic soul that they're like their kindred spirit. And it just follows their love story during February because I believe it says something about a leap year. So it's probably the one day in February because you know how Tia Williams like her shorts time period people falling in love, so maybe it's just on the 29th of February that they fall in love. But yeah, I'm interested and I think the cover's cute, so yeah, we be reading. The next book we have on the list is The Tainted Cup by Robert Bennett. That's not his name. The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. Now, I heard of the author, I heard of his name. He did the Foundry Side series and the City of Stairs series. Both series I have not read, but I want to. So I'm thinking, I won't start that yet. Let me read this new book coming out and I can judge his writing style, his character work, his fantasy building on that book and decide if I want to delve into his backlist or not. So this book sounds so... I'm just looking at it again. So I'm just going to read a brief synopsis what this is about. So just looking at it, it says there is an imperial officer who has been found dead. So they call in an eccentric individual investigator to solve the crime. And right at the bottom it goes, an unforgettable Holmes and Watson style pairing and a haunting and wholly original fantasy world. The Tainted Cup brilliantly reinvents their classic mystery tale. This is why this is on the list, because it's mixing two of my favourite genres together, fantasy and murder mystery. And it's Sherlock Holmes. Who doesn't love a bit of Sherlock Holmes? Yeah, so The Tainted Cup, February 6th. The next book we have is Out of Body. This is by Neora Davenport. So this is a YA thriller. So I've been getting off YA. I don't know why I put this on the list. YA has just not been hitting for me recently. So yeah. But Out of Body, it does speak to me. Something about this book is calling to me. So Out of Body follows a young girl. So Megan Allen has been jumping from friend group to friend group in her high school, not making a connection until she meets Elsie. The night of their friendiversary on what was supposed to be a bonding experience ends in a walking nightmare. Too late does Megan realize that Elsie has secrets, dangerous ones. Betrayed by her best friend and thrust into another girl's life, she must claim what makes Megan Megan to get her life back or die trying. So I'm thinking this is like a body swap murder mystery. What does it say? Because it says thrust into another girl's life and the title is called Out of Body. So I'm thinking it's a body swap. Like she's been ripped out of her body spiritually and sent somewhere else. I might be wrong, but again, we just got to read it to find out. So that's Out of Body, also on February 6th. So on February 13th, the first on my list is The Fox Wife by Yang Chu. Now this is a historical fantasy, and I don't know much about what this book's about, but I just heard it sounds like it's a bit of magical realism and about a fox spirit. Now if you know anything about me, you know I love my anime, and you know I love me some Naruto. Now in Naruto has got the nine-tailed fox inside of it. So anything to do with fox demons, fox spirits, fox mythology, I want to read about because I have a love for them. Okay, so let's go into it. Let's see what The Fox Wife is about. It says a woman is found frozen in the snow and her death is clouded by rumour of foxes, which are believed to lure people by transforming themselves into beautiful women and men. This sounds like sirens, foxes, like the mermaids. I don't know, I'm getting off track. But a dead body. So we got a bit of murder mystery going on here. Okay, so Bao, a detective with a reputation for sniffing out the truth, is hired to uncover the dead woman's identity. Since childhood, Bao has been intrigued by the fox gods, and yet they remain tantalizingly out of reach until perhaps now. Oh, so yeah, we're getting some historical fantasy. I'm liking it. Historical though. Why is it historical? I don't know when it's meant to be set. Why did they say it's historical? So yeah, I don't think it's high fantasy in the way that I would like it, but I believe it might have a bit of magical realism to it. I really should look up what these genres mean because I have no idea. I'm just talking at my bum. I literally have no idea what I'm talking about. But it sounds interesting, doesn't it? It does. I know. I've enticed you. Go read it. The next book we have is Neora. And another mythology historical fiction book. I think I know what February genre is gonna be. So this book is a thrilling tale of the forgotten daughter of a legendary Egyptian pharaoh and the path she must take to escape her own dangerous fate. Now, I think this author is an Egyptianologist, so this book must hold so many details about the time period, the historical accuracy. So I'm interested to read what she's written. Also, Neora, hidden daughter. She sounds like Nefertiti. Was Nefertiti a pharaoh? Was she the queen? Maybe Nefertiti's her mom? I don't know. Am I making it up? This is what happens when you don't Google a book and you don't want to find out information. You make up stuff in your head and it's just like, what's going on? But yeah, Neora, February 13th, I'ma be reading. The next one we have is the third book in the series, The Internal Ones. This is the third and the last book of the Gilded series. Now, first of all three of these covers, black girl magic on the front, love to see it, there for it. The Gilded Ones, I read the first book, loved the first book, got the second book, Haven't read that yet. So I'm going to read all 3 of them again, book 1, 2 and 3, when this one comes out, because I think it's going to be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to do a binge. So, on February 20th, we have The Island Witch. Now this is inspired by Sri Lankan folklore. I don't think I've ever read, have we? No, I don't think I've ever read anything that is Sri Lankan folklore. So this is why I'm intrigued by this. So it's set in the 19th century of Sri Lanka, the daughter of a traditional demon priest. You know I love me some demons. Oh, I'm excited. So, the daughter of a traditional demon priest who is relentlessly bullied by peers and accused of witchcraft herself, tried to solve the mysterious attacks that have been terrorizing her coastal village. Oh, it's a fantasy horror. Oh, yeah, this is good. Okay, we got 2 things I like. We have a mystery. We have a mystery horror. So I think probably creatures in the night stealing people away. And then we have something to do with a demon priest. I love me a demon. I love me demons. So, Island Witch, I'm going to be reading. Also, on the 20th, we have the Diablos. Is that how you say it? The Diablo Curse. I think that's like Spanish for devil or something. I don't know. I only know English. This is by Gabe Colanova. Now, I was reading The Wicked Bargain by the same author, but I forgot to finish it before my loan expired at the library, so I got like 28% in, but I was enjoying that book when I was reading it. So now I see the author's coming out with this book, I am going to read it. This is a YA queer fantasy, and it has devil in the title. And my head, as I said, I like demons, devils, they're interchangeable in my eyes. I'm already intrigued. So let's see what this is about. So it goes, Dami is a demon determined to cancel every deal they've ever made in order to tether their soul to earth and become human again. Told you demons, see? Yeah, I really love it. There is just one person standing in their way. Silas. He is an irresistible and stubborn cute boy, cursed to die young, except for the deal he made with Dami that's keeping him alive. If they can cancel the deal, Silas is dead. Unless they can destroy the curse that has plagued Silas's family for generations. But to do so, Dami and Silas are going to have to work together. That is, if the curse doesn't kill them first. Oh, queer boy romance. I love it. And it's got demons. And a curse. Oh, it's giving me supernatural vibes. On February 27th, we have Brooklyn by Tracy Brown. This is a contemporary mystery thriller book, okay? Now this follows a master manipulator and a serial survivor who will scorch earth to get what she wants. The question is, who didn't kill her? The question is, who wouldn't? Just reading that alone, because I don't want to know anything more about this. I think we're following Brooklyn, that's the main girl, the character of this book, as she tries to solve her murder. So is it kind of like a magical realism thing again? Is she already dead and we're seeing her from the afterlife trying to investigate who's going to kill her? I'm intrigued to find out. This sounds interesting if what I made up in my head is right. And I think it is. The next one we have on our list is Tender Beast by Liselle Sambury. Now, what can I say about Liselle Sambury? Every book she has put out, I have read. And every book that she has put out, I have loved. She can do no wrong in my eyes. Her writing is flawless. Her character work is amazing. So I have high hopes for Tender Beast. Even though this is a YA horror book, and I'm kind of over my YA bag, it's Liselle Sambury. So ask us to read it. Okay, so this says it is set in a private school which is rocked by a gruesome murder, and a teen tries to find the real killer and clear her brother's name. Again, private school. I'm kind of over that school setting thing. But it's called Tender Beast. Look at the claw marks on the cover. I think it's got that fantasy element into it. So who actually killed them? Are the beast roaming the school? You know, something hidden in the dark? I don't know. I'm intrigued. Liselle Sambury wrote it. I'ma read it. That's all I got to say on that. So the last book on my list for February is The Partner Plot, and this is by Christina Forrest. This is a romance. This is the same author that wrote The Neighbor Favor, which I absolutely love. If you haven't read The Neighbor Favor yet, go ahead and read it because it's a fantastic book. So I didn't actually read what this book's about. I didn't even need to know because Christina Forrest wrote it. This is just an automatic read for me. But let's just look it up, shall we? No, I don't want to actually. Change my mind. Just look at the cover. No, I just looked at the cover. Look at the cover, I can guess what's going on. It's set in Vegas. What is Vegas known for? Other than gambling and strippers? For getting married. So I'm thinking these two people go to Vegas with their own friendship groups, just make their own way to Vegas. They get up to some shenanigans. They be drinking, they be gambling, they be partying it up, and boom, we have the hangover situation. Okay, we have them waking up next to each other. They're married. They're like, oh no, this was a mistake. Let's undo it. But they're not gonna undo it because for their own selfish reasons, they need to be married. Perhaps they want to get their parents off their back because they're, I don't know, probably they're in their late 30s and be like, why haven't you been married yet? Or they need it to get some money from a will. I don't know. I'm just making speculation up. But all I'm saying is, this is a book I'm going to be reading because I'm intrigued. And I got to know what it's about. Okay? So yeah, so those are my February releases that I'm most excited for. If you have any upcoming releases that you are interested in reading, please let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And I'll be back with another video soon.